Today on Sporty News, the All Blacks on a coin. Guerrero traumatized by flying. LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, and Chris Paul under a magician spell. Kelly Slater in the surfing capital of New York. And Caroline Wozniacki's intimate tweets. The haka made it onto a coin. The traditional Maori dance was engraved on the head side of a coin in a 3,000-piece commemorative collection. It's only the second time the All Blacks have been honored in this way. The haka chosen to adorn these collector coins is the kamate, the one used most often by the All Blacks. According to legend, a tribal chief on the brink of death was rescued and cried out in celebration of life. In a symbolic gesture, the very first coin was gifted to the warriors' tribe. Each coin contains 1 ounce of silver. The initiative by New Zealand Post and the National Rugby League concerns New Zealand $1 coins only. Their value is estimated at $140, a sum that shouldn't scare off collectors from around the world. There are many types of injuries in sports. Being hurt when landing a jump, being tackled, taking a bad hit, that happens. But sometimes athletes get injured in absurd and unexpected ways. This is what happened to Hamburg striker Paolo Guerrero. The Peruvian has not tried to hide his fear of flying. On a flight with his team, Paolo faced his demons once more, but the poor guy didn't escape unharmed. His fear was so intense he suffered violent cramps that kept him out of the team's next game. His teammates will be teasing him for the rest of the season. We hope his bosses won't hold it against him. They're no strangers to magic. LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, and Chris Paul are used to mesmerizing NBA fans. But this time it was their eyes that filled with wonder. While on a promo tour for their sponsor Nike, the trio ran into a young magician. No rabbits pulled out of hats, no special effects, just a card game and a few hours of practice. Element of surprise guaranteed. See for yourselves with New Orleans Hornets guard Chris Paul.
You have one? You saw one?
No, he did.
Sure? Wasn't too fast? Try and mentally transmit it. Who do you want to try it to? Try it to Bruno. Just try and mentally transmit the card. Don't say it. Just in your head. Now you're just thinking. You gotta say it out loud, right? Just in your head. Reach in, just touch the back of any card. Just touch one. Pull it out. So you pull one out of a shuffle deck and you just thought of the card in your head. What's the card you thought of?
10 of clubs.
Come on, my
The crowd was riveted, but they had work to do and other folks to meet. See ya! Surfing in New York? No, really. The World Surf Tour stopped in Long Beach in the northern suburbs of the Big Apple for the 6th Quicksilver Pro Trials of the season. The surf champions drew a huge crowd. Over 40,000 people turned out for the opening ceremony on September 4th. They got to see stars from the sport up close, including American and 10-time world champion Kelly Slater and Australian Joe Parkinson. Kelly Slater, who was born and raised in Florida, was thrilled that the tour was making its first East Coast stop.
I like being on the East Coast. I sort of feel like I'm home, you know. I spent so much time as a kid traveling up and down the East Coast, and I'm sure I'll see a bunch of people I haven't seen in a long time here at this one, and you know, hear that familiar accent and see those familiar waves, and you know, it starts to remind me of amateur contests when I was a kid. I've never surfed a world tour contest since I've been a pro on the East Coast, so it's nice. The only one I ever surfed actually was, well, when I was a kid I surfed a couple, but the last one was in '89 in Florida. John Shamuka won that contest, the Aloha Cup in New Smyrna. So it's been a long time since East Coast has had a world tour event.
Caroline Wozniacki has 2 loves, golfer Rory McIlroy and Twitter. The athlete is hooked on the microblogging site. Not a day goes by that she doesn't share the details of her exciting life. Her latest juicy tweet revealed that she had a private chat with the Williams sisters about her brand new romance. In a locker room during a tournament, Caroline got lots of advice from the circuit's most experienced sisters. Apparently, the girls had a good laugh. What did they talk about? It's hard to know. But we can throw a couple guesses out there. 1, how to lead a long-distance relationship. Caroline and her new beau, Rory McIlroy, have nomadic lifestyles that leave little room for cocooning. And 2, sex. But our guessing game ends there. We'll stay tuned for her next tweets instead.